welcome to Blockchain Trends, your source for everything blockchain and crypto. With your hosts, Rig Service and Dragon. All right, hey guys, hey everybody. Today we're just going to talk about why we're making the channel and why it's necessary for the space and why we feel that there is a gap in the influencer space. So, our first thing we wanted to cover today is, why did we make blockchain trends, Rig?
Might as well. So, okay, blockchain trends is something that, we created on the back of the heels of something that we started probably 3 or 4 months ago, but we actually have known each other for going on 2 years, right? So, like, we got into the space and we were buying one currency only, and we thought it was going to make us moon and make us rich. And like, there's different factors for reasons why people make money or they lose money in crypto, whether they invest in one asset or they want to diversify in others, or actually being able to obtain the knowledge that they need to be able to find the right projects, vet the right projects, and to make sure that they're taking the right steps to be involved within cryptocurrency and doing the right things for the right reasons, not because someone tells them to, but because they themselves have done the research, right? So it's not about us telling you what to buy. It's about us providing unbiased information that is trustless, trusted, and something that you can rely on, to where when you're doing your research about the projects and the things that we're bringing towards you, that you are confident in the money that you work hard for to put in to these plays. The space itself has become extremely toxic when you're looking at influencers that literally talk about every single launch, and you go back a week later and every single one of those launches have either been rug pulled or they're at zero, right? So we are here to bring knowledge, security, and different aspects to this space, because we ourselves have been wrecked before, and I have started from zero plenty times before. So it is us trying to bring value not only to the community that we work with and for, right? Because we're here for you guys just as much as we're here for ourselves, but to also bring knowledge and security to the projects that are going to be launching that don't know what this Wild West is. Like, Dragon, you know that this is the Wild West, right? Like, what have
Oh,
you ran into
absolutely.
lately?
I
So,
mean,
go ahead.
yeah, man. I mean, for me, making this channel is so important. I mean, there's a lot of influencers out there, and a lot of them, are out there to make money, and that's their sole goal. Now, with here at Blockchain Trends, we're not here just to make money. We're here to make you guys money and make you feel safe investing in the plays that we vet together, right? We're all in this together. We're all in crypto together to learn about the space and make sure that we're all investing in safe projects that won't screw you over, that won't rug pull, and you won't get wrecked like me and Rig have for so many years in the space. And we
Right.
just want to help prevent you guys from experiencing all of the toxicity that comes with crypto, because that's not what the space is meant to be about.
Correct. Money comes and goes in crypto. There's a lot of unrealized gains that I've had. I've had money in my wallet with more zeros in my wallet than I could ever imagine that I had. Right. But I didn't sell because I'm diamond handed and I believed in the team. Right. But if I would known the knowledge that I know now, hey, dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out, meaning that if you buy the top, you know, that you come in whenever it comes in a dip, and then you put the same amount back in there, and then when it reaches back its all-time high, you're in profits. So that there's certain aspects of investing that newbies don't know, that we want to be able to provide and explain. And with Dragon's technical analysis, we're going to have our own trends page, meaning we're going to have a trend scale. So as the projects that we're vetting and the projects that we are invested in, which we disclose, most of the ones right now that we've talked about, I've either sacrificed into or I've invested in heavily into. And I don't show many projects because I don't like getting people wrecked because I get wrecked. But whenever I come across a handful of projects and the opportunity that is on the horizon of blockchain itself, I want to be able to provide the knowledge of the gatekeeping and the actual just toxicity that is seen in this space. I'm holding AMAs for free with these companies that are more than likely going to be worth billions of dollars within the next 2 to 3 years. And so I feel like if I'm not doing my part to onboard and teach people about these assets that have the opportunity to change their lives, their children's lives, and their children's children's lives, I'm doing myself a disservice as a human being. And that's the way that these other influencers act, right? Because they're only lining their own pockets.
Right, and I totally agree. It's about intergenerational wealth, not just for yourself, but for the generations that come after you. And there's there's too many promoters in this space that are only in it for the money, and we want to change that fact, and we want to fill the void that is a trusted source of truly a trusted source of blockchain and crypto.
Correct. And that's the thing, right? Is that blockchain itself as a technology. A lot of these guys that are launching projects and launching on the BSC or on the Ethereum, they're just launching projects because they learned how to write Solidity and copy and paste code. They don't understand the underlying technology of blockchain and how blockchain is the future of not only finance, but of any type of data resource that can be used with a timestamp within anything, right? Food shortages, weather. Chainlink is the one that's notorious for bridging the gap between real world data, right, and actual bringing it to the blockchain to where it cuts middlemen out, it cuts human error out, and it cuts hackability out, which is all we see in legacy finance, right? Legacy finance is essentially controlled, centrally owned, and it's made to where the middlemen make all the money, and the people that are throwing their money in have no idea where the market's going to go because the market sentiment can change in the blink of an eye because that is centrally controlled. DeFi itself was created by Satoshi to give the common man the opportunity to control a speculative asset that is backed by a ledger that's on a website, a scan, right? Same thing with Ethereum, right? These layer ones have a scan to where you can literally trace every transaction, every Bitcoin, every Ethereum, every cryptocurrency that goes from one place to another, the amount, the time, the everything. So it's not just speculation of assets. It's going to be the future venture capitalists of this world that utilize this technology soon and at the right time for the right reasons that end up being the one percenters of the world of wealth. We're gonna be a part of the largest transfer of wealth in human history. I firmly believe that.
I totally agree with you, Rick. And we've seen so many problems with centralization of our current financial system. I mean, it's especially been highlighted in 2020 with Wall Street bets pumping stocks like GameStop and AMC, the theaters.
Made money on
So
both.
yeah, exactly. Rig made money on both, right? So the stock market here was highlighted, right? So what Robinhood, which is a very popular exchange for people who don't have a lot of money, who aren't the institutional investors, and they what they did was they actually stopped trading for the little guy, and that's one of the issues with centralized finance is that when a central figure controls trading like that, um, it can really get people wrecked in the financial sector.
Right, right.
Especially if you're longing or shorting these trades. I mean, the people have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because of the manipulation of Robinhood, and they're only looking into their own interests.
Yeah,
So
there was times where I had, long calls and short calls played and, some other plays that I literally the trading ceased, so I could not sell, I could not close, I could not do anything. So the day after that happened, I literally stopped trading legacy finance, and I went full-fledged back into crypto, and I have not stopped since. It's because the the stock market was created, guys, to by the elite that were owning big business owners, right? That were literally not only printing money out of thin air, printing stock shares out of thin air, right? And but since stock shares had a certain scarcity to them, and they knowing that they're printing money out of thin air, by putting your money into a scarce asset that's hedged against another asset that depreciates in value by 20% a year, that of course the stocks are going to go up in value. But with cryptocurrency, with tokenization and smart contracts, and people that are now building real world utility and actual bridging the gap between legacy finance and crypto and setting themselves apart with deflationary type of tokenomics, burning, buy and burns. It's even more of a scarce asset that is still backed by a better technology. And that is why it's the future.
exactly, and DeFi solves a lot of these problems. Now, it's not a perfect solution. There's no perfect solution out there, but it's certainly, a better solution than centralized governments taking over and controlling all the wealth, and then being then bought out by huge companies that have accumulated a lot of assets and therefore power to then control the government and create laws. It's how it works in
Correct. I mean,
America.
like,
A big corporation wants to pass a law, so then they go ahead and they lobby Congress to slip the bill in underneath. Nobody knows of the bill or who it was written by because they paid some congressmember to do it, and then they go ahead and vote on that bill, and then it becomes a law.
right. It's like us involved in cryptocurrency, which is 1 to 2 to 3 to 4% of the entire world. It's like us sticking a big middle finger up to the government, going, "Why have you been doing this to us for so many years?" I look at my parents who are 60 years old. My dad's a police officer. My mom's a nurse. They make great money. They've always made great money, and they've contributed to to society to this day, but yet they're not struggling. But th- man, they deserve so much more than still having to work at that age, right? What was it? Because they didn't invest in the stock market? Was it because they were just content with what the government and what media made them think, that if you go home and you drink your six pack of beer a night and you work your 9 to 5 job and you raise your family, like that is the perfect life? Like, because we're giving our time away to make other people rich. Like the it's not just, you know what I mean? Like I'm spending 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, a month on end, making a certain amount of money, spending time away from my family, the people that I care about, so I can increase my fiat value currency. That means, your time and your money are hand in hand, and they are paying us with an asset that does not store value. When you look at an asset, like I said, it's got to do three things. It's got to be durable, it's got to be divisible, and it's got to store value. Fiat, if you print it out of thin air since 1969 when they took it off the gold standard, it no longer stores value, right? And even gold itself over the past decade has actually gone down. Maybe it's a little bit up. So yeah, so gold is a proven store of value because at least it hasn't shot down in value, but it's also not gone up in value either, right? But cryptocurrency, on average, the average crypto investment of all of them together is a 650x.
Wow, did you say 650x?
Correct. And that's all of
Wow.
with all the rug pulls, all the gains, it's a 650x average, right? And you're never going to see that in any other type of investment opportunity in your life, especially if you're getting involved with the right projects at the right time for the right reasons, listening to people that are passionate about what they're doing. We are doing this not to necessarily get the people that are already in the space to believe us and to buy what we're doing. We want the people that are newbies that don't know what the fuck they're doing and how they need to understand how to use a wallet. What's a wallet? What is this address? What are these seed phrases? How do I understand? What do I use them? Right. And these are the things that we're going to touch on and we're going to take our time to do to make sure that you protect these assets whenever you do get involved. Because we had a conversation with a gentleman that's gonna be launching a project on a layer one chain coming out that we're to cover a video on. This dude was buying Ethereum at $11 and Bitcoin at 20, 100, whatever it might have been. He put his money on a centralized exchange, BitConnect, lost millions, if not billions of dollars, right? Not your keys, not your crypto. And that is a firm example of that. If you do not own the keys, meaning those seed phrases are not yours and you have not given them to anybody, or I mean, not your keys, not your crypto. That's very important, especially in decentralized finance. And these are
Yeah,
things that people just don't know. Every single day I hear people talk about, oh, well, I gave my seed phrases out. You would never, ever have to give your seed phrases out to anyone ever, period.
exactly. And I like to think of my seed phrase as giving away the login and password for my bank account and allowing
Correct.
anybody to send money anywhere, right? It's the exact same thing with your seed phrase. It's like your login. But if they get your seed phrase, they will take everything. If somebody's asking for it, they will take everything. There is no if, there is no but. There is only they will empty your wallet. So never ever give anybody your seed phrase, no matter what they say
Absolutely.
they're going to do. Ever.
Right, because and the thing is, scammers are going to be all over the place. Anytime that there's a place with money, there's a place where money's going to be made, and people are easy targets within Telegram and things like that. You just have to do your research and understand, like, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Some people make a lot of money really quickly, but they lose the money just as quickly, right? So we're building this channel to provide knowledge, security, stability, and trust. Once we get the trust by helping people make money, then we move on to our next phase. After we move on to our next phase, then we move on to our next phase, right? I could go off and launch a token today and I could probably get it to hit 10 million. But you know what? That token would also dump. And then I would also have people upset with me because they also lost money too. Whenever, while we're building this, we're building a community, building trust. The best way to build trust, just like RH did, is by making people money. When you make people money, you build trust. And that is probably the best way, if not the only way, to build trust in the cryptocurrency community, other than being honest, transparent, and the person that you are. And people, a lot of people within this space can read people really well. And I think that we're all here for the same reasons, right? We're all here to make money, change our lives, change our families' lives, right? And if you want to do that and you want to do it the right way, follow us, get a hold of us. We're open 24/7. There's always a way to get a hold of us at Riggy Service on TG. We'll post the links. Get a hold of Dragon 128. Like, we're always around because we genuinely give a fuck. Like, we actually care. And there's a lot of people that don't. Like, I'm not a millionaire. Will I be? Probably. But I want to make sure that I'm bringing people along with me for that ride.
Exactly. And I'm going to post all of the links below to our Telegram It's going to be t.me/blockchain trends official. You can feel free to contact us at any time. I'm at Dragoon128. At Riggy Service. X, lowercase x, uppercase X. We're pretty much available. 16 hours a day. We sleep 8 hours a day, sometimes.
And I'm on and riggy service means I'm on a rig too. So I'm working 12 to 18 hours a day, but I'm so passionate about what I do that I still find my time to come in here and I still talk about these things because guys, the next video that we talk about, whenever we talk about Pulse Chain, y'all are gonna be blown the F away. I can tell you that right now. With what these guys and what they're about to accomplish over there is going to change so many people's lives within a such short period of time that it's going to be absolutely amazing. And we want y'all to join us in this journey because I've seen nothing like it before ever. Community wise, security wise, some of the things that I've said, I've learned from these same guys. And now I feel like it's my time to step up and Dragon's time to step up and get out of the BSC. Not, no, not necessarily get out of the BSC, but spread our wings a little bit and show people that there is a world outside of just your little one coin that you're holding. You want to diversify your assets. Karma always comes around. And if you're doing the right things for the right reasons, you're going to succeed in this space.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you just follow along and watch us learn how to vet projects, learn, what strong fundamentals are, what a strong community looks like, and what a good paper what a good white paper looks like, are very
Correct. And we,
important
we yeah,
investor tips, right?
we've written white papers, we've seen audits, we know it can be somewhat of a scam. We've seen what they've done to other projects, like the gatekeeping from CMC, like the fact that they put some of the highest rated market cap and they keep them gate kept. Like we want to bring this knowledge to people because it's something that's not talked about. The fact that Pulse Chain raised $1.5 billion and $27 million for charity. No one talks about it. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring y'all knowledge, the truth, unbiased opinions on projects and plays that we believe in that are going to change your life, our lives, and blockchain trends is going to just absolutely be an amazing, amazing thing to get a hold of and follow because believe me, we have massive, massive plans.
Absolutely. And Rick, I think this is a great time to talk about, where we actually got our start in cryptocurrency. So, Rick, where did you get your start? How did you get into cryptocurrency?
I was a
Tell
World
us
of
a
War.
little bit about your background.
Right, so I was a World of Warcraft player. So I was using I was playing World of Warcraft, right, and using cryptocurrency and Bitcoin to kind of clearly you couldn't do that, but I was trading it illegally, this and that. But I also had a very troubled past. I'm 5 years sober now, but I was also using Bitcoin for reasons that you probably shouldn't have, but same reason why you shouldn't use fiat, right? So I was buying Bitcoin at $8 and $9 and never thinking it was something that I could hold. It was just something that I was using as a money transfer. So I got into cryptocurrency at that time. I stepped away. I got clean, got sober, stepped back into cryptocurrency around 2017. I bought something called ARK. I made a heck of a lot of money. And then I ended up transferring it to something called Bogged and Bunny to where both of them got hacked and wrecked, and I lost about 125 grand. So I've started from zero about 3 or 4 times. So, but I never gave up because I still know that it wasn't my time yet. Like if there was still things that, hey, I got lucky, but I didn't know about putting my money in stable assets. I didn't think about, oh, they're going to get hacked. But these are things that I understand now that I know that I can provide to other people to make sure that when they do get those type of gains, they're able to protect them and they're able to use them to get more passive income, like placing them in stable assets. using a crypto.com card, right? And just different things and different strategies that you can use as an investor, as a community member, and then us also providing careers within blockchain trends, right? We've already gotten 3 people hired to go work for a project that's coming up, to help provide them some passive income while they're working for a project, because these projects understand that we have the knowledge and the community that can help take care of their community while they can go off and develop the actual protocol.
Right, exactly. And I'm actually going to go into how I got my start into cryptocurrency. But for those of you who don't know, I graduated college in the year of 2020 when the pandemic started as a music educator. And at that time, jobs weren't great. Um, schools were shutting down, and I had to find something else for work at the time. And I started building computers, and then I got into cryptocurrency mining. I was mining Ethereum. I didn't even know what I was mining. I didn't know. I didn't know what crypto was. I didn't even know what I was mining. I was like, oh great, magic
Bro,
internet money,
I'm
magic
so
in.
I'm so jealous of you being so young, but keep going.
Yeah, man. And then I got on TikTok and I saw this Discord group. It's Chronos Capital Trading. You can go check them out if you'd like. That's how I learned my technical analysis. I took classes there, and there's a lot of professional traders in that group that are absolutely amazing, and they really helped me get my start. I started trading stocks and everything I could, learning technical analysis, all these different types of things, and that I had no idea or haven't even thought about yet. I mean, I'm in my 20s right now, so I was just exploring different options, and then, on that same channel, I stumbled in more into crypto. I started aping into BSC plays. The first BSC play I did, I got rug pulled. You know, and then I stumbled into SGO, and that's how me and Rig met through SGO. He was on the chat a lot, and we were just chatting away, and we decided to make a little trading group, and the rest is history.
God, man, what a run it's been. And it feels like a decade, right? But in all reality, it's been like a year and a half, maybe 2
Yeah,
years
man,
now. It'll be 2
absolutely.
years in 2 years in June. But I'm excited, and I cannot wait to give y'all the sneak peek at the next video where we touch into Pulse Chain, PulseX, and a couple of the plays that we're going to be holding AMAs with within that community, plus some Ethereum plays that are going to be bridging their assets over to those paired with Pulse Chain and or PulseX, which are probably going to be outperform Ethereum or BSC 100-fold in the next 2 years. But guys, I appreciate y'all's time. Dragon, do you want to close it out? How many minutes are we
Absolutely,
in?
man. Yep. I think it's time to close it off. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you at on the next video.
We're gonna get this posted right away, guys. Again, this was shot completely live. This is just how we talk. We're getting used to it. We're gonna start hosting more. We're gonna have some more. We held a BTFA podcast. We're gonna have a showcase interview with that. We're gonna do another one with PLS Speak review. So these will be, we hold the AMAs and then we do a review on them, and then we're gonna stay with these guys throughout their entire journey, because I believe that all these assets that we're talking about and that we're going to be talking about are going to be changing people's lives in the long term, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, blockchain trends, ape scale, 0.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Later, guys.